Hi, I'm Stuey Sykes, and I'm in the process of taking you on an extraordinary journey around Australia. Historically, we've already visited many places in this vast continent and had great times there. But I've devised a novel method of taking us to places this time which we would never otherwise have been to. Somewhat to my surprise, this year is my 70th birthday, and I've latched onto the crazy plan of trying to visit every postcode in Australia whose number ends in 70. This episode is called One for the Road because we're going to be on the road and visiting every postcode in Australia that ends in something 170. It takes us to all manner of places. I hope you enjoy the journey. Well, today we're in Morningside, which is a suburb of Brisbane, and it doesn't seem to be significantly different from quite a few of the other suburbs we've seen, but it's quite a pleasant place. It's nice and sunny, and we're having a nice time in Queensland. I have to say though that driving into and being around in Queensland does strike me that there's a heck of a lot of construction going on. It ought to be called the construction state. There's scaffolding, hoardings and the road up in virtually every suburb we've been through. So, nice state. It'll be good when they've finished it. This is Toby.
Hey.
Toby, would you like to tell us a little bit about Morningside and what sort of place it is?
Absolutely. So, Morningside, Cannon Hill 4170. It's a fantastic place. It's just amazing. The community, there's footy clubs, there's everything. One of the things I love about being here is just the community and also being really close to the train station, because I can go pretty much anywhere in Brisbane.
You're fairly close to the airport as well, I think. I can just hear a plane going over the top.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about it. Right under the flat path.
And have you lived here all your life?
Yes, I have. I love playing footy here as well.
Who do you play for?
The Morningside Panthers.
What colours do you wear?
Red, white and black.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when you say footy, is this rugby league or AFL?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And so what position do you play in, Toby, when you play?
In the centre, so I play like around the ruck. So when tap goes off, I'm the one that does like the big clearance.
And you're pretty tall as well, so do you ever do the rucking as well?
Yeah, sometimes, but we got this giant, so he usually takes the role.
Okay, is there any one thing that you think we should do while we're in Morningside before we leave?
I reckon go to the McDonald's, the Cannon Hill Macca's. It's so good. Probably the best in Australia, probably the best in the world.
Best in the world? My,
yeah.
That's a big claim.
Have a good one, Stuart.
Yeah, Toby, thank you very much for being our guest in Morningside. This is Maslin Beach, postcode 5170 in South Australia, south down the coast from Adelaide. Very pretty, and this is on the Fleurieu Peninsula, the beginning of the Fleurieu Peninsula, on the way down towards Victor Harbour. Joker, what is the best thing about living in 5170?
Well, for us, we have a dog, and I used to have to drive every day. If you want to walk your dog any day of the time off lead. And this beach is actually off lead. So it means I'm I'm a web designer. I work from home, and I prefer starting the morning with doing all my emergency emails and stuff, and then want to do my dog walk. And most beaches in the summer, they're on the lead at 10 o'clock. From 10 o'clock. So this means I can go for my walk and swim any time of the day.
Oh, that's brilliant. And so, but if there was one thing that we should do before we leave 5170, what do you recommend it should be?
It's going to be even weirder. Yeah. But you need to go for a swim over there at that end. It's absolutely beautiful. The water's always still picturesque, and you can go skinny dipping. It's nude.
Oh, we'll be off there like a shot then. Yorka, thank you very much for giving us your opinions. We really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful trip.
One other thing you can do at Maslin Beach is look for sharks and various sea creatures, none of whom appear to be wearing any clothing. Well, this is Wellard 6170 in Western Australia, and it turns out it's a new town. It's a suburb that's been created. Here comes somebody in a very fast car. Meow. Look at me. Maybe she ought to be doing burnouts. And this is Wellard Station. And there's a train line straight into Perth, so that's quite good. It's really quite a pleasant little town, if you can call it a town. It hasn't. This is the nearest thing to a centre that it has, and it seems to be quite a lot of fun if you want to live here. One thing that obviously particularly appeals to the people of Wellard is doing wheelies in the road. Local pastime. Nathan, what should we know about Wellard? What do you want to tell us about Wellard?
Wellard? Oh, it's a nice little community place, really. A lot of close-knit groups and whatnot, a lot of schools and parks.
Well, something I noticed while we were driving in, burnouts, people doing burnouts in the street.
Yes, after midnight, when the sun goes down, the car drivers do come in. Lots of skids, lots of falcons, and all them ones. Usually the rowdier younger groups still work.
Well, this is postcode 3170. It's Mulgrave in Victoria, and I'm struggling to find any real centre to this place. It looks like it's just one large industrial estate. Lots and lots of streets like this, with various corporate headquarters. But I can't seem to find any real centre to the place. So these two ladies actually work in Mulgrave, and we're in Mulgrave 3170 today. Guys, in a couple of sentences, can you give me any idea what Mulgrave is all about?
Industrial office, businesses central to not far out of Melbourne from the M1 and the East Link.
And would it be that most people travel in here to work? They don't actually live here?
The part that you're actually on is very business, but if you go down the road off Wellington Road, there's a lot of houses.
Okay, maybe I should do that as well and have a look
Yeah,
at that
you should.
area. Yeah. Well, look, thank you very much for giving me your opinion of the place. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you for being in my project. Well, the girls were right. It's a large area with numerous industrial estates in here, all of which are either smart and tidy, leafy sort of area for people to work, but it's just a huge hub for lots of multiple businesses. So apparently there is also a residential part to Mulgrave. On the other side of the road there you can probably see some houses. And from what I can tell, there isn't really a centre to it as such. Well, this is 7 Mile Beach in Tasmania, just east of Hobart. It actually has the postcode 7170. It's a tiny little place, and really looks like just a place where there's a lot of retirees and diffuse families. What makes 7 Mile Beach special?
It's a really beautiful place to live because it's almost like a little village still. It's a rare thing to find, and it's the sort of place that kids can still ride their bikes down the little streets, and you don't really have to worry about anything, and it's nice and quiet, and yeah, it's a beautiful place to live.
So does Hobart feel like the big smoke to you?
Well, we do call it the city, or we're going to town, but it's nice because it's 20 minutes away to the city. And when we first moved here 12 years ago, everyone said to us, "Oh, do you want to live that far out?" Because in Tassie that's a long way. But no, it's close enough for us, so yeah, it's good.
Well, it looks like a really beautiful place. I've been down to have a look at the sea, and you've got a lovely hill up there as well, and it really is a pretty area. So congratulations on finding 7 Mile Beach.
Thank you, Stuart.
How
It's
did you come to
wonderful.
find it?
Well, my grandparents actually lived here many years ago, and I spent a lot of time down here as a child, and it hasn't really changed that much. But when my husband and I were looking to buy, we found this beautiful tiny little rundown beach shack, and we bought it 12 years ago, and now we're renovating it, and yeah, it's just a very special little place.
Well, today we're in Liverpool, New South Wales, postcode 2170. This is what it looks like. Quite built up, quite industrial. It's a suburb of Sydney, but quite a way out of the centre of Sydney, probably about 30 k's out of Sydney. Liverpool also has quite a number of apartment buildings, new apartment buildings. I suppose these are called medium density accommodation. Look quite nice. What of them? And I'm here with Ernest, who actually lives here. So Ernest, tell us a little bit about postcode 2170.
Yeah, it's a nice multicultural area. I've grown up here all my life, so I'm quite used to it. It's definitely expanded from small beginnings, but it's a very nice area, I'd say.
And I noticed there's a lot of different cultures here. What sort of ethnic groups would you say are represented here?
I'd say nearly everybody. I guess if we're going to say the majority, find a lot of Lebanese people here, some Vietnamese as well, Chinese, especially since we got a university here as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So just right outside, so we do have a lot of international students.
Everybody seems to get on very well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are a few spats here and there, but nothing that can be worked out.
Okay, well, look, Ernest, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate the conversation with you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Next time we'll be visiting postcodes which end in 270, and that will again take us to places you would never have expected to go. The episode will be entitled Too Much Monkey Business. I'll see you then.